Good morning, everyone. Good morning, YouTube live viewers. Today is November 4, 2024, the schedule of preview conference for civil works. So before we will proceed, may I request to please stand for an opening prayer.
Bow our heads and fill ourselves with heaven. Dear Heavenly Father, and this is for the God that we to help you control and teach you that very people. The part of the world we want very much. We all have some days, the mighty name of Jesus.
Good morning once again, YouTube live viewers. Good morning. So may I request our Back Secretariat Head to read the attendance for this morning preview conference for civil works.
Representative Engineer Customer and present the project from the Government Fund section, Engineer John Maxine Bagila. And this truly will help to develop the technical part of engineering political science. It's awesome.
Since the Bid and Awards Committee is quorum, so I will now call this private conference for civil works to order. So may I request from the planning and design section to present the project.
Good morning, everyone. So, for pre-bid conference dated November 4, first project is 25KK0001. Construction improvement of access roads leading to declared tourism destination, tourism road infrastructure program, TRIP, access road leading to Mount Sioan Tri-Rock Resort, Gingoog City, Misamis Oriental. So with approved budget for the contract, 9,800,000 with a length of 200 meters and duration of 90 calendar days. Location is in Gingoog City, Misamis Oriental. For the scope of works, concreting of road with a total length of 200 meters with a width of 6.1, 3.05 left, 3.05 right, with thickness of 0.23 Portland cement concrete pavement, with shoulder width of 0.6, with thickness of 0.15 Portland cement concrete pavement, including items, removal of trees, removal of aquatic structures and obstruction, which is the existing damaged carriageway, with grouted riprap for line canal and slope protection and stone masonry for retaining wall. This is the location of the project. Other items included, so provision of field office for the engineer, 3 months. Project billboard, 2. Occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum. Traffic management, 3 months. Mobilization and demobilization, one lump sum. And removal of relocation of utilities, which is the electrical post, 1 lump sum. individual removal of trees, 20 trees, removal of actual structures and obstruction, 0.20 meter thick nga PCCP, 1,000 square meter, embankment from roadway structure excavation common soil, 2,598.57 cubic meter, subgrade preparation, 1,564.64 square meter. Item 200, aggregate surface course, 340.18 cubic meter. For the shoulder, item 311-1A, Portland cement concrete pavement, 0.15 thickness, 240 square meter. For the carriageway, item 311-1C1, 0.23 ang thickness, 1,312.69 square meter, including the widened curbs. For the reinforcing steel grade 40, 1,184.91 kilograms. Routing drip top for the line canal and slope protection, 263.64 cubic meter. And for the retaining wall, item 506 stone masonry, 512.96 cubic meter. That's all, sir.
So, any clarification or from the Bill and Awards Committee? Try to pay.
3.6 na lang mo, sir. Ang yung shoulder para dili siya maka
I-reduce ang weight.
wala isa. Yes, sir.
From the YouTube live viewers, any clarification? So since there is no clarification, so we'll proceed for the technical requirements.
Checklist of technical and financial documents and other requirements for infrastructure projects. For the submission and receipt of bids. First, technical component envelope. Class A, legal documents. Letter A, valid Belgium's registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Belgium's certificate of registration and membership. All bidders shall upload and maintain in Belgium's current and updated file of the following Class A eligibility documents under sections 23.1 letter A and 24.1 letter A. 1. Registration certificate. 2. Mayor's business permits or its equivalent document. 3. Tax clearance. 4. Pickup license and registration. And number 5. Audited financial statements. Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. For the purpose of updating the certificate of registration and membership, all Class A eligibility documents mentioned in this section supporting the veracity, authenticity, and validity of the certificate shall remain current and updated. The failure of the prospective bidder to update its certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its certificate until such time that all of its Class A eligibility documents is being updated. For the technical documents, letter B, statement that the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Letter C, statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. Letter D, special pickup license in case of ventures and registration for the type and the cost of the contract to be bid. Letter E, original copy of bid security. If in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid security declaration. For the single largest completed contract, the SLCC completed should be similar to the contract to be bid or has the same major categories of work. The SLCC's value is to be at least 50% of the ABC to be bid upon adjustment to current prices using the PSA Consumer Price Indices. Contractors under small A and small B categories without similar experience on the contract may participate if the cost of the contract to be bid is not more than the allowable range of contract cost of their registration. For the bid security purpose, to guarantee that the successful bidder shall, within 10 calendar days from receipt of the notice of award, enter into contract with the PE and furnish the performance security required. Form of bid security. Letter A, cash or cashier's manager's check. The amount is 2% of ABC. That guarantee, draft, or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank. The amount is 2% of ABC. Letter C, surety bond callable upon demand, accompanied with certification from Insurance Commission. The amount is 5% of ABC. Letter E, bid security declaration. No percentage required. Only one form of bid security is required to be submitted. Bidders have the option to choose their preferred form of bid security. Letter F, project requirements, which shall include the following. A, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. B, list of contractors' key personnel. Example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project as the case may be. The contractor's key person. The key personnel should meet the following number of years work experience. The experience means total years of civil works experience of any nature in construction and engineering consultancy service. Include the tax identification number of the key personnel, compliance to Department Order 98 Series of 2016, revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineer, compliance to Department Order 98 Series of 2016, revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineer, and to include the contact number of the materials engineer. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that 1. The personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and number 2, he/she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office pursuant to Department Order number 9, Series of 2012. The proposed key personnel and replacement must be named in the bidding document. For contractors' major equipment payments, the contractor is required to provide proofs of ownership and other supporting documents for equipment owned, lease agreements for equipment to be leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by certificate of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the projects. Proofs of ownership and other supporting documents for equipment pledged must specify and indicate the model, year, capacity, performance, size, plate number, motor number, body number, chassis serial number, engine serial number, specific location and condition for Department Order 58 Series of 2012. Contractors' minimum materials testing equipment. This referred to Department Order 11 Series of 2017 for the minimum material testing equipment. DPWH Procurement Manual Volume 2 Infrastructure Main Guidelines specifically requires the submission of the materials testing equipment as stated in clause 5.6.2.8 Technical proposal and clause 5.6.2.8.4.c. Project requirements using form DPWH INFR-15. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract supported by certifications of availability. Letter G. A regional duly signed omnibus sworn statement and if applicable, a regional notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or a regional special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, letter H, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity. Class B, letter I, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with Republic Act number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the GBA in the instant that the bid is successful. The financial component and group. The regional or duly signed and accomplished financial bid for and other documentary requirements under Republic Act number 9184. The regional or duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with a bid. Cash flow by quarter. For the detailed estimates, accordance to Department Order 197 series of 2016, the following items shall be subjected to OCN and profit markup. 1. Mobilization and demobilization. 2. Provision of service vehicle. And 3. Permits and clearances. Accordance to Department Order 107 series of 2016, the following non-civil works items shall not be subjected to OCN markup. Field, laboratory office, and living quarters with rental basis. Furnishing of furnitures. Laboratory equipment. Survey equipment and consumables. Assistance to the engineers. Photographs, health and safety, traffic management, environmental compliance, communication equipment, etc. For the submission and receipt of bids, bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. The address for receipt of bids submitted manually is back, conference room, 3rd floor. DPWH DEO, Barangay 26 in Gingoog City, Misamis Oriental. For electronic submission, electronic bids _ Misamis Oriental 1 at dpwh.gov.ph. For the bid evaluation, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid process. The BAC shall automatically disqualify a total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. Completeness. No price in the required item non-compliant, including a 0 or dash free to the open. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all the required items in the bidding documents, including, where applicable, BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections. Bid prices in figures versus words. Words prevail. Total price versus unit price per item. Unit price per item prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items. Actual sum prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ. BOQ prevails. For the post-qualification, verification of legal requirements, licenses, certificates, and permits, non-inclusion in blacklist. Technical requirements. Key personnel. Minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment and materials, laboratory equipment. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any project or a negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and ongoing contracts within 7 calendar days and to complete them within 30 calendar days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance within 30 calendar days and complete them with 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures. Technical requirements. Substandard quality of work as per contract norms and specifications or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of the inspection. Financial requirements, bid price proposal, and FCC. For the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt thereof in accordance with section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised RRR of the Republic of 1984. The common reasons in the failure of submission of bids. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel. Failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form. Late submission of bids. Failure to submit supporting documents. Example, certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project. If equipment pledge is to be leased or purchased. Negative slippage in the ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10% in each of the 2 or more ongoing projects. Unsatisfactory CPEs with common errors in submission of bids. Incomplete pages of bid documents, technical and financial. Authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. Single proprietor, signatory should be the owner, proprietor only. Corporation, cooperative, board secretary's certificate, and board resolution. Joint venture resolution agreement. Partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership. That's all, thank you. Policy during the conference for industrial works, goods, and consulting services as per Department Order Number 17 Series of 2015. Prescribed 69.1. In addition to the provisions of Rules 21 and 22 of this IRR, the whole, subject to the authority delegated to the BAC, if any, shall impose on bidders or prospective bidders the administrative penalty of suspension for 1 year for the first offense and suspension of 2 years for the second offense from participating in the competitive bidding process, as well as disqualification from further participating in the competitive bidding being undertaken by the procuring entity concerned, where applicable for the following violations. All other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, such as habitually withdrawing from bidding, submitting late bids, or patently insufficient bid for at least 3 times within a year except for valid reasons. Rights violation. 1. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently withdrawn from the bidding or submitted a letter of non-participation or did not submit a bid without a valid cause as determined by the bids and awards committee concerning it. A bidder submitting insufficient, defective documents such as insufficient bid securities and other deficiencies. A bidder submitting a late bid without a valid cause as determined by the act concerned. Other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of public bidding as determined by the concerned act, provided that these acts had been indicated or discussed in the instructions to bidders, bid bulletins, notices, minutes of pre-bid conference, or other similar instruments. Strikes violations. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently withdrawn from bidding or submitted a letter of non-participation or did not submit a bid below a valid cost as determined by the bids and awards committee concerned. Valid reasons. Upon computation, its price bid was determined to be above the ABC, or goods to be supplied are no longer available in the market. A bidder submitting a late bid without a valid cost as determined by the act concerned. Valid reason. Due to force majeure and quarantine restriction. A bidder submitting insufficient effective documents such as insufficient bid securities. Number one, bid security not in the name of the bidder. Number two, insufficient amount in validity period. Number three, not issued in the name of the procuring entity. Submission of not valid filters. The failure of the prospective bidder to submit its filtered certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents. Example, legal and financial documents. Valid reason not accepted. Failure to submit mandatory forms. Price schedule, bid form, authorized bid securing declaration, authorized omnibus sworn statement, other required forms on the bid security aside from the bid securing declaration. Statement of the bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Statement of the bidder's SLCC similar to the contract to be bid. Owner's certificate of acceptance or CPE's rating accompanying the statement of the bidder's SLCC. Bidder's computation of NFCC or committed line of credit for goods. Notarized joint venture agreement or notarized statements as to forming JV for goods. Certification as to reciprocity to forming bidders for goods. Special vehicle license for joint venture for infrastructure. DUPA and cash flow for infrastructure. Valid reasons not acceptable. For CSD, failure to submit any of the following: certificate of employment, contract agreement, curriculum detail. Valid reasons not accepted. Submission of the following required forms as indicated in the 6th edition of the Philippine bidding documents without name, legal capacity, and signature of the bidder authorized representative. Number one, bid form. Number two, price schedules. Number three, bid securing declaration. Number four, omnibus sworn statement. And number five, GBA. Valid reasons not acceptable. Nomination of key personnel of different profession as per requirement of the bidding document. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to submit proof of ownership, lease, purchase agreement of pledge equipment. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to submit certification of key personnel, Department Order 9 Series 2012. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to comply with the required number of key personnel and equipment. Valid reason not applicable. Participating in the bidding but not related business type as indicated in the mayor's permit for goods. Valid reasons not applicable.
And for the information of our prospective bidders, and these are the scheduled procurement activities for the presented project. For insurance or downloading of bidding documents, including buying or payment of download documents, the deadline will be on November 18, 2024, at 8:30 a.m. So hard copies are available at procurement unit, third floor, DPWH North Rio. And these bidding documents can be downloaded from DPWH website and project's website. And for those who took bids or dropping of bidding documents, deadline will also be on November 18, 2024 at 10 AM. And for the ultimate bids, it will be on November 18, 2024 at 10 AM immediately after the submission of bids. First, we will offer and the required category 4 is RCP or Roads Construction PCCP. And this is a sample of the technical and financial documents to be submitted. So the bid and supporting documents should be hard and properly bound. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer April, for the reading of the schedule of the procurement activities and category. So, any questions from the YouTube live viewers or clarification? So none. So since there is no more clarification or questions from the YouTube live viewers, so any motion for the adjournment for this morning, November 4, 2024, private conference for civil works.
Mr. Chair, I move for the adjournment of this private conference for civil works.
I seconded, Mr. Chair.
It has been moved and seconded for the adjournment of the private conference for civil works dated November 4, 2024. So I will now declare this private conference for civil works adjourned. Thank you, YouTube live viewers.